acceptance speech. Okay. Number 1, please silence all cell phones and refrain from texting during this evening's performance. Good job. Because I think the thing is, if I do see you texting, I will think it's about me. Okay. I know that it's not, but I will think that it is. All right. Number 2, time limit. We are only here in this space for a certain amount of time, and that timer is ticking down, right, Elena? Oh yeah, best in the biz. Give it up for Elena. Number 3, technical assistance. Now, I know you just came to watch the show. Thank you for coming. Wow, thanks. But I am going to need you for some technical assistance this evening, okay? Right now, the budget for this production is 0. When we have lots and lots of money, everything will be very, very fancy, and we'll have the New York Philharmonic in the background going, oh. But right now I have, what is her name? Scott. Right now I have Scott. That's all I need. Give it up for Scott. Number 4. I, Emily Fury, am a chronic fainter. Oh, not a big deal. I just sort of have a habit of fainting as a panic response. You know, some people are fight, right? Some people are flight, and some of us are, say it with me, faint! Yes, yes. Now, it's never happened on stage, okay? And it definitely won't. But it also might. It definitely won't, but it could. But it won't, all right? Which brings me to number 5, the fainting protocol. In the case that I do go down this evening, I'm gonna need a hero, okay? Someone who jumps up and saves the show, perhaps does a little dance, you know, tells a joke, something like that. Is anyone feeling particularly heroic this evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes? Who was that?
I said it.
Oh, you said it, yes! Give it up for our hero! Thank you. I'll give you the sign, okay? All right.
I don't know what it is.
Number 6. Oh yeah, check out my accordion player! She's amazing, she's my mime, and she's gonna be here all night with me. We've actually got some people out here doing some work for us. We got Joe on film right here. Hi, Joe! We got a camera on the back. Hey, Rob! We've got Elena in the booth, baby. Bring it home. All right. Oh yes, number 7, hard candies. If you happen to bring any hard candies to this performance, please unwrap them now, right up top, so that the crinkle, crinkle, crinkle doesn't distract your fellow audience members. And with that, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show! You'll see that the next thing I'm going to do is share something vulnerable from my childhood. Okay, in a solo show like this one, okay, it's very, very important that the performer reveals something vulnerable right up top so that we, the audience, can in fact trust them. Okay? So I'm going to do that right now. Here I go. All right. Okay. I will now be taking you back to my schoolgirl days. Come, join me. Okay, yeah, I think that needs something, some sort of transition, maybe a school bell, or does anyone have a school bell? Or you didn't bring it. Okay, well, you know what? I might have one. Let me see. Oh my God, I do! Can you believe it? Okay, thank you. Okay, Scott, hi. Have you ever done this before? You're going to be amazing. I can see it all over your face. Okay, so it's going to be very, very easy, all right? Your cue will be come, join me, and then I want you to just ring that bell, okay? Ring just as many times as you want. Get crazy with it. I don't know. It's a show. All right, are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
All right. He's going to be great. He's going to be so good. Okay. I will now be taking you back to my schoolgirl days. Come, join me. Oh my God! That was amazing! Well done! Okay. Oh, right. this is a chair, right? But tonight the chair will be playing a desk, okay? I think the chair can do it, right? The chair is very, very talented, right? I maybe at first glance it doesn't look like it could play a desk, but I think it could, you know, if someone would just give the chair an opportunity, okay? Thank you for being here tonight. Okay, so I will now reveal the vulnerable thing. And if you could all sort of gasp to help with the drama, that would be really great. Like, yeah, oh, that was amazing. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Okay. I was in special ed. Wow. That's live theater. Did you feel that? That was incredible. Okay. All right. Were any of you in special ed, by the way, growing up? Oh, a little quiet hand in the back. Hello, my sister. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. Statistically, someone's lying out here, but that's okay. That's okay. I get it. You know, I used to have a lot of shame about it, you know. I was only part-time special ed kid, right, just for math. So I was kind of living this double life, kind of like Hannah Montana, you know. And, yeah, I used to have a lot of shame about it, but now, you know, I take pride in it. I take pride in my neurodivergence. That's what they call us now. Neurodivergent, yeah. Which is not what they used to call us. Yeah. Okay, so maybe none of you were in special ed, but do you remember where they kept the special ed kids at your school? You can just shout it out. We're not in school anymore, thank God. Anyone? On the third floor, yes. Away from everyone else, you know. I've heard in a trailer somewhere outside, or down a dark corridor, or what special ed kids? Uh-oh, yeah. Must have hit them really well. But they kept us in the basement of our school. And it was less of a basement and more of a repurposed bomb shelter from the 1950s. That they all sort of stuffed us into. Oh, that basement was terrible. It was windowless and cold, and it included the prison-grade cafeteria, so it always smelled vaguely meaty, you know. The color story of that basement was chartreuse, all right? And as part of my IEP, that was my individualized education program, brag, I got an extra hour on all of my math tests, and I got to take them in that basement, you know, which gave me a great opportunity to cheat. Let's cheat. And if you're feeling weird about the cheating thing morally, don't, okay? Because I had to do what I had to do with the brain I was given, okay? The only thing standing between me and my freedom was passing those math classes, okay? I'm pretty sure they would have kept me down there for like 45 years, letting me slowly rot away in that meaty bomb shelter. Because the real problem was, I didn't give a shit about PEMDAS or graphs or math. I never did. And I never will. Do you hear me, America? I never will! Are there any dyslexics in here? Dyslexics? Is this NASA? Thank you. All right, I got one. What is this? I have the math version of dyslexia. Okay, it's called dyscalculia. Dyscalculia, kind of pretty, you know? Are you doubtful, Scott? I feel like you're doubtful. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm self-conscious about it. I feel like people always doubt me, you know, but they never doubt dyslexics, probably because they have much better PR, you know. But it's very, very real. It F's my S up all the time, okay? All right? The 4 scariest words to say to me are, remember this number. Thank you. So there I'd be, you know, in the basement cheating on my math tests, and there would usually be one teacher at the front keeping an eye out for trouble. You And usually it was a sub that was so underpaid you could pretty much get away with murder. Not literal murder. Though maybe because there were some kids down there with some pretty intense behavioral issues that had been misdiagnosed as learning disorders. And everyone thought the best place for them was the basement, where they could just sort of sit in isolation and spin out. It wasn't always a sub, though. Sometimes it was a man named Mr. Doopies. Doopies. Like poopies! That was his real government name. Okay, now Mr. Doopies was an ex-cop. Uh-oh. Turned school administrator, right? And he never caught me cheating because I was extremely good at it. But he did catch me breaking the one rule I couldn't seem to follow, which was the dress code. Did you guys have dress codes growing up? Yeah. At our school, the girls weren't allowed to wear tank tops, and our skirts had to fall past our fingertips so as not to distract the boys who were working tirelessly on their education. You know. I'm kidding. Of course, the boys had a dress code too. I believe they weren't allowed to wear hats. And whatever image you have of me as a bad to the bone dress code breaker, I wasn't nearly as cool as I am now, okay? I was a very quiet, shaky little girl. You know those girls at school who don't talk and are obsessed with horses? Horse girls? Yeah, I was like a horse girl, but without the horse. Okay, just a girl, just a weird girl. But sometimes I'd be wearing a skirt in August because our school was too broke to run the air conditioning, and there Mr. Doopies would be waiting to see if it passed the fingertip rule, which it never did, because look at this wingspan. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? I can touch both sides. Here we go. And he did that day in and day out. No wonder I didn't learn any math, until one day I just got sick of it. I don't know, something in me snapped, And when he asked me to check if my skirt passed the fingertip rule, I said, "No, Mr. Doopies, I won't." And he was like, "What did you say?" And I got up on my desk, okay? Yeah. And I looked at him in his eyes and I said, "Bite me, Mr. Doopies. Bite me in my little girl knees that you seem so obsessed with. You have made it your personal mission to make sure they are covered up at all times. Because not the knees. How will the boys learn with all these exposed knees running around? Why do we even have a code, Mr. Doopies? What are we, spies? Who came up with it, Mr. Doopies? Was it you? Who do you think you are? God? You're not God, Mr. Doopies! I am God! And all the special ed kids leapt out of their chairs and said, "We're free!" No, I didn't do that. But can you imagine? It would have been amazing, The truth is, I said nothing. Okay, so, if you look at your programs, you'll see that hi, can I sit here? Great. The next thing I'm going to do is share something vulnerable. Oh, wait, no, I did that already. What time is it? Who am I? Right, okay. Family lineage to offer context. Okay, yeah. So in a show like this one, they always talk about their family. So it must be important. Let's figure out why. Okay, here we go. All right. So I come from a very long line of very intense, some could say furious, title of show, Italian women, okay? The Fury women, all right? And these are some real tough broads, right? Who have no problem telling people exactly how they feel. Yeah. And as a lifelong people pleaser, they fascinate me, Okay, so maybe that's why the family stuff is important, right? Because surely some of that fury has passed down to me, generationally speaking, So let's find out where I get my fury, okay? Starting with my great-grandmother, Maria Cianciulli. Now, Maria grew up under the literal Mount Vesuvius, the volcano. I grew up in Milwaukee. Now Maria had a classic story, okay? She fell in love with a bad boy from the wrong side of the tracks that her father didn't approve of. Classic, iconic, been there, you know. And so she ran away to America where she didn't know anybody. And she married the very first guy she met. Not for love, just to spite her father, okay? Amazing. Now that guy was Charlie Fury. And by marrying him, Maria became the first of the Fury women. Yeah. And Maria and Charlie lived during the Prohibition on this big land farm. You know about land farm? Big farmland, and an old farmhouse with one of those like chickens on top, like ooh, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. And you can see it, right? Yeah. Okay. So she was sitting there, you know, on her porch with her whole family drinking lemonade or whatever. And this car pulls up, and all these guys get out, and they're dressed to the nines in suits and hats, kind of sexy, right? But also scary because it was the literal Italian mafia. The mob. Isn't she amazing? I know, it's amazing. Unbelievable. Okay, and the biggest one saunters up to Maria. And he's like, hey, come on. I want to take this land of yours and make it into a still. That's a place where we can illegally make hooch, which is booze. Why am I Christopher Walken? I don't know. Because it's the Prohibition, and we can do whatever we want because we're men and we're the mob and you're a woman. You have to say yes. That's it. And she was like, will you just give me 1 minute? Okay. Just like that. Will you just give me 1 sec? Okay. And she went inside. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, but kind of fun. It did. And when she came back, she had a gun! And she looked at that mob member right in the eye and she said, Fiori da chi stupito stronzi. E non tornare più, which roughly translates into get off my land, motherfucker, and never come back. Okay? And all these guys got in their car and drove away, scared shitless of this little woman and her great big gun. You know, I can't relate too much. I hate guns and I hate confrontation, especially both together. You know. I've held a gun once. I even shot it, you know, but I don't know, something about it felt wrong, you know, almost like holding a weapon, you know, that was made to kill people. I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Okay, so that's fine. Maybe I didn't get my fury from her, because we've got more women to get through, okay? Next up, we have Lucille Fury. My great aunt, okay. Now Lucille was very, very tall and very, very fashionable and had a very, very distinct profile. I don't know if that reminds you of anyone, I'm not sure. Lucille had a hard life. She was a sex worker, yeah, and her kids got taken away from her when she was really young for being an unfit mother, or maybe just because she was a woman, probably that one, you know, and she had a hard life, and when she got older, she went by the name Sis, and she lived off of coffee and cigarettes. Yeah, cool. And she had this crazy habit of stopping whatever she was doing in the middle of the party and going and standing on her head. Yeah, exactly. And not as like a party trick, okay? Not like she was a known jokester around town. It was quite the opposite. I think she just did it to make people uncomfortable and confused, you know? And, yeah, making people uncomfortable and confused is my worst nightmare, okay? And I've never really been able to stand on my head successfully, but I don't know, in front of you all, you're such a great audience, and really supportive. I think I can do it. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. This could go very badly. We don't know. That's theater. Okay, so could you give me a drum roll? Does that look cool? Yeah. You don't look uncomfortable. You're actually pretty supportive, which is nice. But maybe I didn't get my Fury from her. But that's okay because we got one more. Okay. Carmela Fury. Yeah, you're gonna like her. Carmela Fury. Okay. Now Carmela, she was just mean as a snake. Okay. If she were around today, she'd be one of those girls who describes herself as brutally honest. Oh, my nightmare, Don't be honest, lie to me all the time. And she was really small and kind of crooked, and she would just stand around chewing this great big wad of tobacco, looking mean, I don't really look mean. I just kind of look like this. And I don't chew tobacco. Does anyone have any tobacco chewing? Narcs. Everywhere there's narcs. Okay, maybe I'll check. I'll see. Maybe I have some. Okay, let's see. I do. Wow, I do. Look. Okay, that's magic. Okay, so this is real chewing tobacco. It's real. This is not a lie. Okay. And I'm going to chew this tobacco and look mean for 1 minute. Here we go. I did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like chewing a cigarette. All right. Okay. And now we have me, the reason you're all here, Emily Fury. But I don't know. I feel very close to you all this evening, and I feel weird kind of lying to you. My real government name isn't Fury. It's Doopies. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? No, it's Emily Daly. My brother got the name Fury, and it's fine. He wears it well. But I don't know. A couple of years ago, I just decided to take it for myself, Hopefully that some of that Italian anger, could translate to me. And I felt it. I felt like there was something inside me just wanting to get out, and it never was able to. And that brings me to the next thing on our list, which is, she has a past. Yeah, okay. All right, so here we go. All right. So sometimes when you have to talk about hard things in a show, there's only one way to do that, and that is through song. Okay. So, this is a sad drinking song. You can relate. You can sing along. It might bum you out, and it might make you blue. It might make you think less of me than you do. But that's just fine. Yeah, that's okay. 'Cause I'll sing all the shit that's too hard just to say. Yeah, you can swing. I love it. Starts with a girl, and that girl she was me. She wanted so bad to finally be free. So she found an elixir she was sure would fix her, and it made her feel cool, and it made her feel hot, and it made her do things that before she would not. And it worked for a while. Yeah, it worked pretty well. So she found herself in her own personal hell.
Something unknown till somebody said, when you drink I feel alone. Turns out fury and booze don't mix, and there's no such thing as a simple fix. There's nothing cool or hot or punk about a sad girl who's a blackout drunk. There's nothing cool or hot or punk about a sad girl who's a blackout drunk.
When I quit drinking, I had to rebrand myself as a better person. It's what you do, you know, and so I started volunteering, at Planned Parenthood, yeah. Oh, thank you. That is why I do it. And they call us volunteers there escorts, which, admittedly, no, they call us that, of course, because we help escort people safely into the Planned Parenthood, because lunatics come to distract them from entering, you know, and it's a hard job because we're not allowed to react. Yeah, we have to be totally stoic, you know. We're like those British boys across the pond, you know, with the hats, and they do the dance at lunchtime for the king. You know what I'm talking about? And they have to be totally still. Yeah. We're like that, but for the Planned Parenthood, you know. And it's tough because people will say just terrible stuff to you, you know. Like one of my very first shifts, okay? This old man came up right behind me. He looked just like my dad, but racist. And he comes up right, she knows my dad. Anyway, he comes up right behind me, and he says, you're no better than a Nazi guard outside of Auschwitz. What? I know, that's crazy. At 8 o'clock in the morning, no less. But that doesn't bother me, If he really wanted to bring me down, he'd say something that I think might be true, He'd come up and say, all of your friends are secretly mad at you, Or you're not as funny as you think you are, Emily. Or you've got a weird body, it's weird, and we don't talk about it when you're not around. But it's easy for me, to seem calm and cool and collected on the outside. Chaos is going on all around me, On the outside, I'm like, but on the inside, it's more like, oh my God, Natasha, we've made it to the great big finale. I can't believe it. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the show, we don't have any money. Okay, so I'm gonna have to describe to you what will happen when we do have money. All right, so it'll start with me. Okay, center stage. All right, a single flute plays out in the distance. Suddenly, it's joined by a cello. Yo-Yo Ma? How did we get him? Okay. Suddenly the doors fly open as a marching band starts marching down the aisle. They are dressed head to toe in pink, and they are all women. The sky opens up as snowflakes start drifting down, and a choir of children files into the back. Oh my God, they sound like angels. What's that? A circus troupe, leaping and jumping down the aisle. There's an acrobat, a lion tamer, and oh my God, it's the elephants from Aladdin, like bum ba bum ba 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 ba. Back to me, center stage. Who, in all the chaos, has made a complete costume change? I'm in a red gown, no, gold, and it's made for me. The cacophony gets louder and louder and louder, and suddenly I faint. I saw you, girl, but right before our hero is about to, look at her, to jump on the stage, I rise up, yes girl, like a phoenix from the ashes, stronger and